The World Cup is sold as unity. Nations marching together, stadiums erupting in song, billions tuned in to watch history unfold. But behind the fireworks and flags hides a harsher reality. The World Cup isn't just the biggest sporting event, it's one of the clearest mirrors of inequality on the planet. Tickets vanish within minutes, and the frenzy is merciless. Prices skyrocket into the thousands. Scalpers flood resale sites, flipping seats for sums that most working-class fans could never touch. Families in football-obsessed countries dream of cheering for their nation, only to realise the dream costs more than they'll make in months. The people's game has never been less for the people. And here's the hook. Social media doesn't ease that pain, it makes it worse. Your feed fills with influencers live streaming from the stands, celebrities flaunting VIP boxes, and brands turning matches into glossy marketing campaigns. If you can't afford access, you don't just miss the game, you're bombarded with proof of exclusion. It's not simply about soccer anymore, it's about being seen. This isn't accidental. Platforms thrive on envy. Algorithms push the most glamorous content because luxury drives clicks. You won't see the fan who scraped and saved for years just to afford nosebleed seats. You'll see the influencer sipping champagne on the sidelines. The message is clear. The World Cup isn't about the game, it's about who has the money to show up. And FIFA leans right into that dynamic. The harder it is to get in, the shinier the spectacle looks. Corporations flood stadiums with VIP packages, exclusive access, and influencer invites. Scarcity becomes the brand. The more ordinary fans are excluded, the more prestigious the event appears. Meanwhile, locals in host nations are pushed aside. Workers who built the stadiums can't afford to sit in them. Kids who grew up worshipping football can't see the sport's biggest moment in their own backyard. The stadiums become playgrounds for the wealthy, while the communities that gave birth to the game stand outside the gates. And the humiliation doesn't end there. Social media twists the knife. Ordinary fans at home scroll through endless highlight reels, once-in-a-lifetime posts, and influencer brag reels. The more those images spread, the more people internalize the message. If you don't have money, you don't belong. That's the cruel irony of the World Cup in the age of algorithms. A sport born in back alleys, empty lots, and dirt fields has been transformed into an exclusive luxury product. Hashtags preach global unity, but the reality screams exclusion. So when you hear the World Cup unites us, it's worth asking, who's actually united and who's being left outside the gates watching the celebration from their phones? The hidden cost of the World Cup doesn't end with ticket prices or locked-out fans. It's carried by the people who make the spectacle possible, people who may never step foot in the stands. Look at the workers who build the arenas. Across host nations, reports emerge of migrants labouring in blistering heat for poverty wages, under conditions that edge into modern slavery. Some die before construction even finishes. Billion-dollar stadiums rise from their sweat, yet those same workers can't afford to sit in the seats they built. Their names don't appear on jerseys, their faces don't appear on broadcasts. They vanish the moment the lights switch on.
For the first time, a top Qatari official involved in the country's World Cup organization has put the number of worker deaths for the tournament between 400 and 500, a drastically higher number than any other previously offered. Now, the
organization also accused Russian authorities of harassing one of its researchers. FIFA says it has a different assessment of the workers' situation. For more on this, we're joined by journalist Havard Melnais. He was the first to report on the abuse and exploitation of workers building infrastructure for Russia's 2018 World Cup. He joins us now. Thanks so much. You actually titled your work, The Slaves of St. Petersburg. Is that overdramatic, or are the conditions really so horrific?
And here's the cruel twist. The suffering doesn't stop when the games begin. Hosting the World Cup is sold as a path to glory. Economic growth, new infrastructure, global prestige. But when the matches end, citizens are often left with crushing debt, abandoned stadiums, and soaring living costs. Politicians and corporations cash in, while locals inherit the fallout. Social media paints a different picture. Governments pump feeds full of drone shots of glittering skylines and choreographed pageantry. Influencers are flown in to post carefully curated, authentic experiences. Meanwhile, families displaced by stadium projects or priced out of their neighbourhoods are nowhere to be found. Inequality isn't just ignored, it's deliberately hidden behind a stream of glossy content. Sponsors pile on too. Corporations plaster their logos across every match, every jersey, every highlight. For them, football is just a billboard. They turn passion into profit, siphoning wealth upward while fans and workers see nothing back. The so-called World's Game becomes a corporate carnival dressed up as unity. But the damage doesn't vanish with the final whistle. Neighbourhoods bulldozed for new stadiums don't magically return. Families evicted in the name of progress don't get their homes back. Economies bend around a 3-week tournament, and when it ends, ordinary people are left holding the bill. And social media ensures the scars linger. Tourists brag about their trips. Influencers celebrate their sponsored experiences. Brands toast record profits. Meanwhile, locals scroll through it all, reminded daily of the inequality etched into the event. Globally, the World Cup doubles as a test of who counts. Wealthy fans flaunt their journeys as status symbols. Poorer fans are told passion isn't enough, that without money, they're invisible. Even players, many from working-class roots, are turned into national branding tools, their stories repackaged as PR. This is the truth. The World Cup isn't just a tournament. It's a funnel, sucking labour, money, and dignity from below, concentrating wealth and power at the top. And social media doesn't just reflect that funnel, it glorifies it. Inequality becomes entertainment. Exclusion becomes aspiration. So, when the world gathers under the banner of unity, ask yourself, who's really united? The fans locked out by price tags? The workers buried by exhaustion? Or the corporations that have perfected turning passion into profit? The World Cup should celebrate humanity. Instead, it shows us how divided humanity truly is.